Nico Harrison is ready to strike. The other day on this channel, we dropped a video going over a report highlighting that the Dallas Mavericks are willing to use one of their first round picks in order to improve the roster. And although we haven't really heard any names that the Dallas Mavericks are actively pursuing, we do now know in a new report that just came out that the Dallas Mavericks are amongst many teams that are looking at Cam Johnson, the forward from the Brooklyn Nets. So in this video, we're going to take a look at Cam Johnson. How would he fit in with this Dallas Mavericks team? What would we have to give up for him? And whether or not that's exactly what we need to do. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavericks Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started on today's video, our other video got over 400 likes at the time of this recording, which I appreciate greatly. We got like a 400 like minimum here at Mavericks Digest. So if you're enjoying all the content that we're doing here, the live streams, the watch-alongs, the news vids, and everything else in between, make sure you like this video. I'd appreciate it greatly. But the Dallas Mavericks, we are doing pretty good as a team. Small improvements could go a long way for the Dallas Mavericks as they're looking to make their way back to the NBA Finals. And the one position that we've talked about a lot on this channel is the backup power forward position, where the fall off between PJ Washington to Maxi Kleber is a little bit too steep. And although we don't need to go out and get a big name player like Herb Jones, although a lot of people would like to see Herb Jones, we could benefit from a smaller acquisition. And up until now, we haven't really heard anything as far as who the Dallas Mavericks are pursuing, more so players that might be linked to the Dallas Mavericks. But in a video that I dropped just the other day, highlighting that Nico Harrison and the Dallas Mavericks are willing to move one of their first round picks for this upcoming trade deadline to try and get a player to help improve the roster, which is good because we don't really have a lot of assets to work with. If you take a look right here, Nico Harrison has this at his disposal. He has Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, Jaden Hardy, Omax, the 2025 first round pick, the 2025 second round pick, and I want to say there's also a 2031 first round pick that we can use. And like I said in the other video, Maxi Kleber is definitely the player that would be traded. And even though I don't think Dwight Powell is going to get traded, I really don't want to see Omax traded. It may be Maxi and Jaden Hardy, or maybe we do swing for the fences. Maybe it would take literally everything on this screen to go out and get somebody like Cam Johnson, who I think could definitely benefit from playing with the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, he's an amazing role player. He has playoff experience. He played for the Suns when they made it to the finals. He did get traded for Kevin Durant, so he's been in Brooklyn for about 2 seasons, and he's actually been playing very, very well. If we take a look at his stats, this season, he's averaging 19.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 0.5 blocks, 0.8 steals, 1.1 turnovers, and 1.9 fouls per game, shooting 48% from the floor and 43% from 3. He shoots 50% on corner threes, while 90% of his threes are assisted, 59% of all shots are threes, and those are some amazing stats. I mean, he's 6'8", he's only about an inch shorter than PJ Washington, but obviously he could play a similar role to PJ, but not necessarily. Yes, they're both power forwards. PJ primarily defends bigger forwards, where Cam Johnson is definitely on the wing. So as a backup for PJ, he wouldn't be really defending the same players as PJ. We could definitely see if that could work in our system, but Cam Johnson is a wing defender, is something that we could still benefit from. And the other day against the Golden State Warriors, where the Dallas Mavericks and Warriors made the most threes in NBA history for a single game, it really did highlight that the Dallas Mavericks could benefit from having a good lockdown wing defender, a better perimeter defender than what we have. It's good that the Dallas Mavericks has shooters. It's good that we have guys that can score, attack the basket, create their own shot. But the defense, I'd argue, is a little bit down this year as opposed to last year, and the perimeter needs to be defended a little bit better than it has been. We've got Daniel Gafford, we got Derrick Lively who can defend the paint. They do a very good job at that. Our perimeter defense isn't always the best, as it feels like almost every game there's one random player from the opposing team that just goes out and starts shooting like Steph Curry, and we got to deal with it. So if we do make the trade for Cam Johnson, that could actually help that little problem that we have. I mean, I'm not sure if you have him come off the bench for PJ Washington, but do you ask Klay Thompson to go to the bench? I'm not sure what that lineup would look like or how you would facilitate that, but obviously Nico Harrison knows that this team needs an upgrade at that power forward position, and if we trade away Maxi for Cam Johnson, that would make our team look a little bit different, even though Maxi is having a very bad year. We all know that. Defensively, Maxi does a good job at defending bigs. We play small ball 5 with Maxi. If you trade that away, we don't have that small ball 5 option. I mean, we've seen PJ do it a few times. Do we try and ask PJ to do more of that if we get Cam Johnson? I'm not sure what PJ's more comfortable with. I'm not sure if Cam Johnson is even comfortable just trying to defend 4s and 5s. As I said before, he primarily defends the wings. But all in all, I think this would be a huge positive for the Dallas Mavericks if Nico can somehow pull it off with this. I'm all over the place. With this, here we go. Yeah, with Maxey, Dwight Powell, Jaden Hardy, Omax, and a few first-round picks. And like I said, if I just pull this up to 10 teams have recently inquired with the Nets on Cam Johnson as his trade market takes off. And those teams are the Cavs, the Grizzlies, the Kings, Lakers, Magic, Mavericks, Nuggets, Thunder, Rockets, and Warriors. A deal for Johnson could go down in the next few weeks, especially if Brooklyn keeps winning. And if you look at the other teams that are interested, and honestly, it's probably every contending team is interested in Cam Johnson. He definitely is that needle mover for a lot of teams. You got to look at our assets compared to the other assets. I feel like the Thunder definitely have better assets. The Rockets do. The Warriors do. Maybe the Magic. They have a lot of young players. Not sure if they want to move them. We don't necessarily have the most luxurious assets to move, but it will be up to Nico Harrison and how he knows these other GMs and how to talk to them. I mean, we made the trade for Kyrie, so maybe Nico has a pretty good relationship with the front office in Brooklyn, and maybe he could pull it off again. Who knows? I mean, the Brooklyn Nets did get Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks for like 5 first-round picks. So maybe they're not asking for too much. We don't currently know what the price tag is for Cam Johnson. Like I said, all these other teams probably could put together a better package. But if Nico is adamant enough, I'm fairly certain he's going to get exactly what he wants. And just taking a little bit closer look here. Over the last 6 games, Cam Johnson has been averaging 24.2 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3 assists while shooting 49, 46, 84%. That would be amazing for the Dallas Mavericks. I'm not too sure if he'd be willing to be off the bench for us or if we need to find a spot for him in the starting lineup. But being able to put that up in Brooklyn, if that were to translate directly to the Dallas Mavericks, that's definitely what takes us over the top. That's what makes us ready to compete against the Boston Celtics or the Cleveland Cavaliers or whoever we end up seeing in the finals, which I'm fairly sure we're going to make it back. But the one problem is his contract. It is a little bit tricky. He's currently on a 4-year, $94 million contract. He's in the second year of that, making about $22 million a year. And that would be pretty tough as the Dallas Mavericks are in that first apron. So we can't really take back more than what we're sending out. And we don't have that much room. I want to say it's about $500,000 of room that we can work with. So if we were to try to put together a trade package for someone like Cam Johnson, it would kind of look something like this, where we get Cam Johnson, we send out Maxi Kleber, Dante Exum, Omax, and Markieff Morris, and whatever picks that they may require from us. And maybe we do take another contract back from the Brooklyn Nets. Not too sure what they would need, but if this is what it looks like, I feel like a lot of fans would be fine with this. Kyrie would be pretty upset that Markieff Morris is gone. That's one of his close friends, and Kyrie is the reason why he's still here. A lot of people wouldn't be okay with getting rid of Omax. I feel like a lot of fans aren't really ready to get rid of Omax just yet. They want to see what more he has to offer and how well he can grow. Dante Exum, he's been injured all year. He isn't back just yet, but I think Dante on the Dallas Mavericks can be a benefit for us. And then there's Maxey, the player who obviously we need to upgrade from. So is this the route that we go? Is this what Nico Harrison does? He packages up these 4 players plus a few picks, go out for Cam Johnson. I mean, those 4 players, Markieff plays garbage time. Omax has been getting more minutes lately just because Maxey isn't really that playable. Dante's been injured all season, so you're not really messing up with the lineup too much. You could easily just put Cam Johnson in that backup 4 position, and yeah, we wouldn't really have players for garbage time, but that could work. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that we should go after Cam Johnson? Is that a trade package that I showed you something that you would want to see? Or do you think that we're fine? We don't need to make a trade. Let the guys gel and we'll figure it out come June. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We could have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for making this far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. The only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.